In the heart of a bustling city, amidst the towering skyscrapers and the twinkling lights of the holiday season, lived a young boy named Charlie. With his wealthy parents and an endless supply of toys, Charlie was the epitome of a spoiled child. His arrogance and mean-spirited ways made him the terror of his second-grade class, constantly bullying and belittling his classmates. As Christmas Eve approached, the excitement in the air was palpable. Children eagerly awaited Santa's arrival, their hearts brimming with anticipation for the gifts they had so carefully wished for. But for Charlie, Christmas was just another excuse to assert his dominance and revel in his self-importance. On this particular Christmas Eve, Charlie, driven by his insatiable curiosity, decided to stay up late and catch Santa in the act of delivering his presents. He crept downstairs, his heart pounding with a mixture of excitement and mischief. As he reached the bottom of the stairs, a chilling sight greeted his eyes. There, standing amidst the pile of presents, was a creature of pure nightmare, Krampus, the legendary horned beast from Alpine folklore. His fur was as black as midnight, his eyes glowed with an infernal red, and his long, sharp claws scraped against the wooden floor. A wave of terror washed over Charlie as he froze in his tracks. He had heard the stories of Krampus, the fearsome creature who punished naughty children, but he never imagined he would encounter him in person. Krampus, his senses heightened, turned towards Charlie, his nostrils flaring as he detected the scent of wickedness that clung to the boy like a shroud. With a guttural growl, he lunged towards Charlie, his claws outstretched. Charlie, his fear turning to adrenaline, bolted up the stairs, his heart pounding in his chest. He scrambled into the nearest closet, slamming the door shut and holding his breath. The closet was dark and suffocating, but Charlie dared not make a sound. He could hear Krampus's heavy footsteps echoing through the house, his grunts and growls growing closer. The door creaked open, and a sliver of light pierced the darkness. Charlie squeezed his eyes shut, praying that the monster would not find him. But Krampus's sense of smell was too keen. He sniffed the air, his nostrils widening as he detected the overwhelming stench of naughtiness emanating from Charlie's hiding place. With a swift motion, he reached into the closet and grabbed Charlie, his grip so tight that it felt like his bones were cracking. Charlie screamed, his voice echoing through the empty house. He struggled against Krampus's iron grip, but it was no use. The beast hoisted him onto his shoulder and carried him out into the cold, dark night. The last thing Charlie saw as Krampus disappeared into the shadows was the horrified expression on his parents' faces as they realized their son had vanished without a trace. And so, the spoiled, mean-spirited boy was never seen again, a stark reminder of the consequences of one's actions. As the city awoke to the first light of Christmas morning, the joyous sounds of children tearing open their presents were replaced by an eerie silence. Charlie's absence cast a pall over the festivities, a haunting reminder of the tale of the wicked boy and the fearsome Krampus. The city of Havenwood was thrown into chaos as news of Charlie's disappearance spread like wildfire. His parents, distraught and inconsolable, pleaded with the police for answers, but there were no clues, no leads, only an unsettling void where their son once was. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, Havenwood's festive spirit dwindled, replaced by a sense of unease and dread. Whispers of Krampus, the mythical creature of Alpine folklore, echoed through the streets, his name becoming synonymous with fear and retribution. Meanwhile, deep within the labyrinthine depths of an ancient forest, Charlie was held captive in Krampus's lair, a desolate cavern filled with the echoes of tormented souls. The once arrogant and boisterous boy was now a mere shadow of his former self, his spirit broken, his laughter silenced. Each day, Charlie was subjected to Krampus's cruel torments, forced to confront the consequences of his actions. He witnessed the pain he had caused others, the fear he had instilled, the hearts he had broken. His spoiled attitude, his mean-spirited ways, were now a source of endless torment. As the winter solstice approached, Krampus, his hunger for justice insatiable, prepared to deliver Charlie's final punishment. He would take him to the depths of the underworld, where he would face the judgment of the ancient gods. But fate had other plans. On the eve of the solstice, a group of brave children, emboldened by the spirit of Christmas, ventured into the forest, determined to rescue their lost friend. They had heard the tales of Krampus, but their love for Charlie outweighed their fear. Guided by an old woman, a keeper of ancient lore, the children navigated the treacherous paths of the forest, their hearts filled with hope and determination. They faced countless obstacles, from ravenous wolves to treacherous chasms, but their resolve never wavered. Finally, they reached Krampus's lair, the stench of despair seeping from its depths. They crept through the darkness, their swords drawn, their courage bolstered by the spirit of the season. Inside, they found Charlie, huddled in a corner, his eyes filled with despair. As Krampus approached, ready to deliver the final blow, the children emerged from the shadows, their voices ringing out in defiance. A fierce battle ensued, the children's bravery matched against Krampus's monstrous strength. But the power of love proved stronger than the forces of fear. With a final blow, the children struck Krampus down, freeing Charlie from his clutches. The children emerged from the forest, their hearts filled with triumph, Charlie by their side. Havenwood rejoiced. The dark cloud of fear lifted from their shoulders. The spirit of Christmas had prevailed, reminding everyone that love, courage, and compassion are the true gifts of the season. Charlie, forever humbled by his ordeal, returned to his family, a changed boy. He had learned the true meaning of Christmas, the power of kindness, and the importance of empathy. He vowed to use his newfound wisdom to spread joy and compassion, ensuring that the spirit of Christmas lived on in Havenwood, a beacon of hope in a world filled with shadows.
Ladies and gentlemen, as our haunting tale of the Krampus Encounter and its sequel, The Return of Krampus, draws to a close, I hope these bone-chilling encounters plunged you into the eerie depths of Creepypasta Christmas. From Charlie's fateful encounter to the brave children's triumph over fear, this journey was a testament to the spirit of Christmas and the power of empathy. Remember, the transformative power of compassion shines brightest during this season. If you've relished these eerie tales and seek more chilling encounters, don't forget to subscribe for future bone-chilling stories. Thank you for joining me on this eerie journey. Until next time, may your holiday season be filled with warmth, love, and the courage to face the unknown. This is your host Old Nicholas Black, inviting you to subscribe and wishing you a hauntingly delightful Christmas season.